So guys, in today's video, I'm gonna share with you top 10 fragrances from my collection in which I like the dry down more than the opening. And if that feeling sounds familiar to you, that you need to wait until the fragrance dries down because that's your favorite part of it, make sure to share with me such fragrances down below, because you know what, your comments really help to grow my channel. So don't be lazy, type, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like this idea, if you like me, or you like watching my videos. And if you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and once you're done with that, we can get started. Everyone, and welcome to another on the floor chatty episode in which we are gonna talk about the dry down, which is the last stage of the fragrance. And I know that sometimes fragrances can smell better in the opening and sometimes they can smell better in the dry down. It's amazing when fragrance combines both, but that's not always the case. That's why I would like to know which fragrances do you like more in the dry down than in the opening. And while you are sharing with me them down below in the comments, I'm getting started, and my list will be opened by the fragrance I received not too long ago and have been mentioning it here and there because I'm really into Radiant Osmanthus from the exclusive range by the brand Bentley, and I received it from the great online perfume shop that is called Avant-Garde Perfume, and they have an amazing selection of different niche brands, so I highly recommend you to check them out. I also have a discount for you with which you can save some money, so check out the description box for more helpful information on that. But let me tell you more about Radiant Osmanthus and why I love its dry down more than the opening, although I'm kind of cheating with this one because even in the opening is great. It is very citrusy, bubbly, fresh, and very fruity too, because it has the most amazing note of peach, which makes it fizzy and really sparkling. But as it dries down, it really reminds me of something from my childhood, and that's why it smells nostalgic to me, which I enjoy. But it also smells a little bit like maybe shower gel, but not like these modern shower gel perfumes, which I hate. No, it has so much body, so much character. There is like a whole fruity party going on in there, you know, in the bubbles. Bubble fruity party, fruity disco, something like that. Or maybe it's actually some kind of hairstyling product, I don't know. If you're feeling adventurous, check it out and then come back and let me know how it smells to you. It's a very interesting range from Bentley that I'm very curious in, so I will be trying to get my nose on the rest of the line. Let me know if that's something that you would like to see. And we are moving on to the next perfume that is called 24K. It's from the brand Zhivago, and just look at this stunning bottle. It is absolutely impressive and breathtaking. Everyone who sees it goes crazy about it, and what's interesting is that the fragrance is great too. Actually, it's an award-winning perfume that opens up with a very clean scent, which I don't mind, but it gets so much better in the dry down I cannot even describe you. So in the opening there is a little bit of clean, soapy, floral element. It's actually a very powdery perfume. It smells like cosmetic, like powder, like your mom's back. But something really happens in the dry down and it's just like so good, really smooth, no harsh edges, hard to describe by notes, and I really like when fragrances are mysterious and you cannot really pinpoint different elements in there. So overall, amazing fragrance, definitely must try for those who love powdery perfumes. And what's great is that I have a coupon code for you with which you can save some money shopping Zhivago perfumes, so check out the description box. There I will leave the link to their official website, and if you like powdery fragrances, then oh my goodness, it smells like clean powder, it smells like a little bit sweet powder, also floral is there. There is so much in there. So with that being said, I want to move on to the absolutely breathtaking perfume. First of all, I fell in love with it at first sniff. Second of all, I'm still in love with this perfume. And third of all, although I get over my crushes pretty fast when it comes to perfumes, I I'm still head over heels about Mochi by the Canadian indie brand called Malek Perfumes. Now, as you know, matte Malek's perfumes are very artistic. They are inspired by different ancient formulas, but it's not really the case with Mochi because this one is inspired by his favorite Japanese city, Kyoto, the city of 1,000 temples. And if you want to check out my first reaction smelling Mochi, then you need to go on my IGTV where I interview Matt and smell this fragrance for the first time because I opened it with him on camera. So all the helpful links also to my social media profiles you'll find down below in the description box, so check it out. There is so much helpful information. But let's get back to Mochi, which has an amazing opening. I won't lie, the opening is great because it's boozy, and as you know, Jana loves boozy perfumes, but there is absolute magic in the dry down. I mean, like, there is still this amount of booziness in there, but it's hard to describe it. And technically it's actually an incense fragrance, but it's so different from all the other incensey perfumes because the majority of them are just churchy, and this one is not like that. It's full of mystery, and in the dry down, one of the best boozy fragrances ever with slightly fruity nuance that actually might come from Osmanthus, but it's not that fruity and juicy fruitiness that, for example, we have in a Radiant Osmanthus, nor it's like, you know, dry fruity note. It's an abstract fruit on some amazing, gently smoky alcohol. Great, very long lasting. Highly recommend you guys to check it out, and I know that some of you have already checked it out because of me, so feel free to share your feedback on Mochi with all of us down below. That would be amazing to hear back from you, and it's definitely worth checking out, so get yourself a sample at least. And we are moving on to the next fragrance, which is completely in the different style. It's a dark vanilla fragrance and one of the most popular fragrances from this brand that is based in Czech Republic, and is called Rainier Perfumes. And you've probably already heard about his fragrance Kisses Rain, but I'm here to mention it one more time because you know what, Jana loves a good vanilla fragrance, and this is not a good vanilla fragrance, it's an excellent vanilla with a beautiful woodiness and lots of spiciness in the opening, and it is a little bit too harsh, but I like that in the dry down it doesn't lose its brightness from the opening. It's still spicy, it's still woody, and it is so cozy and vanillic. Guys, particularly men, it's not a manly fragrance, but guys, get it and girls will be yours. And by the way, you can get it from his official website. I have a discount for you, of course I do now. I'm always asking for discounts for you guys, but you can actually get it from another great online perfume shop called Equation Natural, and of course I have a discount there too. So do you know where you can find it? Right down below in the description box. Good guys, let's move on to the absolute gem in my collection and hidden gem from my favorite brand Guerlain. Now, this fragrance called Samsara is another masterpiece from Guerlain, absolutely powdery, absolutely gorgeous. And you know what, if you take all the best from each of Guerlain's fragrances, you will end up with Samsara. In the opening, I mean, like, it's okay, it's nothing that crazy good, powdery, solid fragrance from Guerlain, totally in their style, with a little bit of lactonic vibe, with woodiness, with some flowers, but I cannot describe it in the dry down. It's some kind of like mysterious, otherworldly, absolute perfume masterpiece. Very hard to describe by notes. Yes, it is still powdery, but it's just like such a classic, such a masterpiece. It's fresh, it's dated, it's definitely for mature noses among you and lovers of Guerlain. If that's your favorite brand too and you don't own Samsara, then what are you doing? Get it, wear it, and have fun. And also smell absolutely elegant, because this fragrance, nothing can beat it, at least for me. This is what I'm wearing all the time, all day long, and I cannot get enough of it. Actually, I regret now that I got only a 30 ml bottle, but maybe I will get a bigger one. So, with that being said, let's move on to another favorite of mine. Actually, it was my favorite perfume discovery of last month, and I'm talking about new release from the Italian niche brand called Akampura, that's called Pompeii Red, which is a fruity animalic floral. And as you know, Jana really loves her animalic fragrances. And what's fun about it is that it has some green banana peel note in the opening. I swear to you, I can smell it, but I can also smell lots of jasmine, like an overpower of jasmine. But as it dries down, okay, wear it a couple of hours. I mean, like, it's fun, it's great, it's bold in the opening, but in the dry down, probably those animalic notes, which are not scary, even if you're not into animalics, this is a great start, although you need to be ready for some serious banana action. The animalic notes really make it smell super sexy. I cannot describe you how exactly it smells. It still smells jasmine-y, but absolutely sensual. So Pompeii Red, check it out. It's absolutely great. But let's move on to something a bit more atmospheric, which is fragrance from the French niche brand Diptyque that is called 34th Boulevard Saint-Germain, and that's the address of their boutique in France. And this is the fragrance that was inspired by that place, actual scent of the boutique. And I don't know how about you, but if I smell the perfume shop, my nose can detect where it is if I'm going to the mall. And I love how it smells in perfume shops, particularly in niche one, where many great niche fragrances are sprayed every day. So this fragrance, spicy magic. I'm not into spices. This fragrance, I mean, like, it's a little bit too spicy in the opening, but the woodiness in here is so polished, and as it dries down, you really have a feeling that you are in the perfume shop. So if you missed that experience and you're in the lockdown like me, that's what you need. Alrighty then, next fragrance is actually an exciting one. It is still packed. It's from Zara. I had a travel spray. Oh no, now I'll be hurting my nails. Great. I also ruined the box, but let's break it. Let's have fun. I am so sorry if you cannot get a mochi Atelier in Tokyo anymore. It smells exactly like these Japanese desserts mochi, which I adore. In the opening though, what I don't like is that it is too dusty. Totally goes with this idea of mochi because they are dusty too. It's a little bit too dusty though. However, it has this rice powdery note, right? So it's powdery. And in the dry down, like the powdery dustiness is there, but something happens, something really changes. Maybe that's the woodiness that takes over, maybe that's very delicate fruitiness, I don't know, but this fragrance, all I can tell you is that it is phenomenal. I used to be like literally obsessed to it. Now I opened the bottle, so I will be wearing it even more. But I want to move on to something not as delicate and gentle and feathery and ethereal and airy as Atelier in Mochi by Zara, but a very peppery fragrance that was my favorite perfume discovery of March. So in case you missed those videos, by the end of each month I share with you my most favorite fragrance that I tried during it, and in March that was Bizoo by the French niche brand that is called Fabperfume. And it's interesting that my fellow reviewer Claire got interested in this fragrance, and as she sampled the brand she wasn't that impressed. But I gotta be honest with you, this fragrance is not easy, my friends. Don't be fooled by its pink bottle. It is so peppery and spicy. In the opening I wasn't a fan of it when I first smelled it, and I passed it to my mom, and as she wore it and we were in the same car, I was just like, what smells so amazing, what smells so good. I was so into it, so I got it back. I started wearing it, and although I really need to give it a couple of hours to just calm down, because this spiciness is sharp, it's like a lot of black pepper, and it is totally unisex. So guys, don't mind this bottle, get it if you like serious spiciness that really remains till the dry down, but it really changes, and it's not it's not describable by the notes. I personally cannot tell you, oh, it smells floral, I get that and that and that. In the opening, yes, lots of black pepper, but then it's just like a very nice fragrance for those who don't like warm perfumes, who prefer cooler fragrances with lots of spiciness, because you'll get it, believe me. So yeah, I like how it smells in the dry down a lot. In the opening it's a bit too much for me, but with that being said, I guess we only have one fragrance left, and you'll laugh when you see it, because it's Gris Charnel by BDK. Actually, as you might remember from my review, I was in love with this fragrance. Once again, there is this spicy note, and as you've already understood, spiciness is really not what I'm looking for in the perfume, and I really like when spiciness calms down in fragrances. So in here it's cardamom, that's like, yes, I'm powdery and I'm also so strong, but oh my god, as soon as iris comes on stage, yeah, baby, yeah, this is great. Powdery, spicy, dark, aromatic, very exquisite fragrance, which I really enjoy, so it's worth all its hype. And I guess on that note, that also completes this top 10 list. I sincerely hope you learned something interesting from it, and if you heard about fragrance you didn't know before, then let me know in the comments what it is, and maybe you will check out some of these perfumes, which I highly recommend, guys. So I'm excited to hear your feedback. Which of these fragrances interested you the most, and what's your favorite dry down in the perfume? And if you like this video, please give it thumbs up, because I love to see them, and also feel free to subscribe to my channel, because that would help me a lot. And if you want to support me even more, then feel free to donate on Buy Me Coffee website, and check out the description box for more helpful information. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them, so let's chat. And thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see a video that's about best opening in the perfume, then I would love to film that. Just let me know, and we'll see each other in the next one, so make sure to stay tuned and smell good. Bye guys! You know what? Although I smell amazing now, I know that it will get only better. Oh, and what I wanted to ask you guys, do you even have time to wait until the fragrance will get better? Is it something that you're into, or if you don't like the opening, you won't even buy the fragrance? Let me know that. That's actually something interesting to discuss.